All right, you're welcome to this lesson. The title of this passage is How War Debris Could Cause Cancer. Okay, how war debris could cause cancer. So we have, let's see the question types. I'm saying matching information here. And then we have true, false, not given. And then we have gap filling questions. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is to take it paragraph by paragraph. Okay, so I will take paragraph one, read paragraph one, solve the questions that can be solved, and then paragraph B, solve the questions that can be solved, paragraph C, solve the questions that can be solved until I finish everything. Could the mystery over how depleted uranium might cause genetic damage be closer to being solved? So this is a question about something. If it may be, if a controversial claim by two researchers is right, they say that minute quantities of materials lodged in the body may kick out energetic electrons that mimic the effect of beta radiation. Okay, so two researchers are claiming something. Okay, this, they argue, could explain how residues of depleted uranium scattered across the former wars, across former war zones, could be increasing the risk of cancers and other problems among soldiers and local people. So let's look at the matching statement. A famous process is given relating to a new theory. Well, I can't see any famous process in this paragraph. A new theory too, I'm not sure. A person. What I have here is two persons mentioned. The explanation of damage, no. I can't see any explanation of damage to DNA here. A debatable but short explanation of the way creating the problem of soldiers. Well, this sounds like, so I saw soldiers here. Where is this? Among soldiers. Cancer. That's a problem among soldiers. So they give a short explanation here. So let me pick A for this number 4, tentatively. Busby's hypothesis is not, there's nothing like Busby here. So let's go on. Matching, true false not given. All people believe that depleted uranium is harmful to people's health. All people. I saw depleted uranium here. The issue of harmful to people's health. So this is they argue. I've not seen the part of all people. So, but these guys that they talk about here believe that depleted uranium could be harmful. But the issue of all people, I'm not sure yet. So let's look at Dash attaches importance to depleted uranium due to its attach importance. I've not seen that yet. I've seen depleted uranium, but I've not seen attach importance. Let's go to paragraph B. Depleted uranium is highly valued. Oh, that's it. Attach importance. That's highly valued. Attaches importance. So by the military. So the military, this is going to be the military. The military attaches importance to depleted uranium due to its what? Dash and dash features. Okay, let's see. High density, that's going to be the word. High density and self-sharpening properties. Properties. That's it. Those are the two words. The material's high density and self-sharpening properties. So that's dealt with, which are helpful in the war. However, it has ill effects in people and then causes organizations appeal to do more relative studies. According to some scientists, we should do research about the impact of uranium's dash. Impact of uranium's dash, according to some scientists. Impact of uranium stash. Okay, let's go on. The material's high density and self-sharpening properties help it to penetrate the armor of enemy tanks and bunkers. Its use in conflict has risen sharply in recent years. The UN Environment Programme estimates that shells containing 1,700 tons of the material were fired during the 2003 Iraq War. Some researchers and campaigners are convinced that depleted uranium left in the people exposed to, look at it here. Depleted uranium left in the people exposed to heat. Government and military disagree. Okay, so this thing here is going to be false. It's not all people. Government and military do not agree. So this number 6 is going to be false. Government and military disagree and point out there is no conclusive epidemiological evidence for this. And while they acknowledge that the material is weakly radioactive, they say this effect is too small to explain the genetic damage at levels seen in war veterans and civilians. Number 7 cannot be answered yet. Number 13, according to some scientists, we should do some research about the impact of uranium's dash, which may be enhanced with weak. I saw weak. Look at weak here. While they acknowledge that the material is weakly radioactive, which may be enhanced. What may be enhanced here? Depleted uranium left in people exposed to it. I don't think I can answer number 13. What of the matching information? Let's see. A famous process. There's nothing like famous process. A person. No. Explanation of damage. No, no. Let's go to paragraph C. Organizations such as UK Royal Society and the US Department of Veterans Affairs and UNEP have called for a more comprehensive epidemiological studies. I've called for more comprehensive epidemiological studies to clarify the link between depleted uranium and any ill effects. Hold on. This number 13. According to some scientists, we should do research about the impact of uranium's ill effects. Meanwhile, various test tubes and animal studies have suggested that depleted uranium may increase the risk of cancer, according to a review. Okay, the authors of NRC report argue that more long-term and quantitative research is needed on the effects of uranium's chemical toxicity. That's more appropriate than ill effects. Uranium's chemical toxicity. They say the science seems to support the theory that genetic damage might be occurring because uranium's chemical toxicity and weak radioactivity could somehow reinforce, enhanced with weak radioactivity. So this number 13 is definitely chemical toxicity. So though no one knows what mechanism for this might be. So X-ray, I've not seen X-ray yet. So what of the matching information? A famous process, I've not seen this thing. A person, I've not seen this. Explanation of damage to DNA. I've not seen this yet. Busby, I've not seen Busby. Now I'm seeing Busby here. Two researchers, Chris Busby, have a new theory that they say explains how depleted uranium could cause the genetic damage. Their theory invokes a well-known, famous, that's number 1. Number 1 is matched to paragraph D. A well-known process called the photoelectric effect. This is the main mechanism by which gamma photons with energies of about 100 kiloelectron volts or less are blocked by matter. Okay, the photon transfers its energy to an electron in the atom's electron cloud, which is ejected into the surroundings. Gamma photon. An atom's ability to stop photon by this mechanism depends on the fourth power of its atomic number, the number of protons in its nucleus. So heavy elements are far better at intercepting gamma radiations and X-rays than light elements. Hold on. I saw X-rays in true force. Heavy elements can perform better at preventing X-rays. Preventing X-rays. Heavy elements are far better at intercepting is preventing gamma radiation and X-rays. Yeah, this number 7 is going to be true. It's going to be true. This means that uranium could be especially effective at capturing photons and kicking out damaging photoelectrons. With an atomic number of 92, uranium blocks low energy gamma photons over 450 times as effectively as a lighter element, calcium, for instance. So, paragraph, this thing says you may use any letter more than once. A person, they mention 2 people here. Explanation of damage to DNA. This one is talking about genetic damage. This number 3 may sound like paragraph D. So let me pick D for it for now. I may change my mind. Busby's hypothesis, I've not seen this Busby's hypothesis yet, but I've seen Busby. Let's go on. Busby and Snug say that the previous risk model have ignored this well-established physical effect. They claim that depleted uranium could be kicking out photoelectrons in the body's most vulnerable spots. Various studies have shown that dissolved uranium ingested in food or water, for example, is liable to attach to DNA strands. Aha. Because uranium binds strongly to DNA phosphates. Photoelectrons from uranium are therefore likely to be emitted precisely where they will cause most damage to genetic material. Bobsby and Snook based their claim on calculations of the photoelectrons that could be produced by the interaction between normal background levels of gamma radiations in uranium, gamma radiation and uranium in the body. Our detailed calculation indicates that phantom photoelectrons are the predominant effect by far for uranium genome toxicity, and that uranium could be 1,500 times as powerful as an emitter of photoelectrons than as an alpha emitter. Their computer modeling results are described in a peer-reviewed paper to be published this month. Are we going to change this one? This number 3, explanation. This number 3 goes on to give us more explanation about DNA, and then they even mention DNA. I feel I should change to he. This is number 13. It's between D and he. It's between D and he. Let me just change it to he. Because he mentions the DNA. D did not mention DNA. D just mentioned genetic material. Hans-Georg Menzel, who chairs International Commission on Radiological Protection Committee on Radiation Doses, acknowledges that the theory should be considered, but he doubts it will doubt. Okay, number 2, a person. That's paragraph G. That's where we saw that person. Hans-Georg Menzel. That's where we saw the person. By particular calculations, it is known that the main effect of uranium genome toxicity is phantom. Yes, I saw this in that last paragraph. Our detailed calculations indicate that the phantom photoelectrons are the predominant effect by far. So this number 8 is going to be true. The main effect of uranium genome toxicity is phantom photoelectrons. All right. Let's go on. I have 2 more questions. So it is very unlikely that the individual cells will be subject to 2 or more closely spaced photoelectron impacts under normal background gamma radiations. Despite his doubts, Menzel raised the issue last week with his committee in St. Petersburg, Russia, and says that several colleagues intend to collect relevant data and perform calculations to check whether there's any possibility of a real effect in living tissues. Okay. Busby's hypothesis is not in the investigation plans of organizations. Okay, look at it here, paragraph G. Have no plans to investigate Busby's hypothesis. So number 5 is matched to G. Number 5 is matched to G. So I'm left with number 9. Most scientists support Mark Hill's opinion. Where is Mark Hill? See Mark Hill here. Mark Hill of the University of Oxford would like to see a fuller investigation, though he suggests this might show that the photoelectric effect is not as powerful as Busby claims. We really need more detailed calculations and dose estimates for realistic situations with and without uranium present, he says. Hill's doubts center on an effect called Compton scattering, which he believes need to be factored into any calculation. With Compton scattering, uranium is only 4.5 times as effective as calcium at stopping gamma photons. So Hill says that taking it into account would reduce if he is right, this would dilute the mechanism proposed by Busby. This issue of most scientists, I can't see it. The argument over whether depleted uranium are likely to continue. Whatever the outcome of this experiment, whether Busby's theory holds up or not, remains to be seen. We are not sure of this one. This one is going to be not given. So I've solved everything. Let's see what my score will be. Submit and view the answers. Let's see what my score will be. 8.5. I got one question wrong. Oh, no. Self-sharpening. Properties should not be written. Let me see. I think so. Self-sharpening. Oh, can you see? Self-sharpening features Features is a paraphrase for property, so that properties is not necessary. Can you say I lost a mark? By adding a word that should not have been added. That's how I lost a mark. All right, that's self-correction for you. So, thank you very much. Watch out for the next lesson.